Hello, everyone. This is Inez Singletary, Many Moons Astrology, and this is the new moon. Yay! Aren't we happy? Aren't we feeling like renewed and refreshed and revitalized and open? Or not so much? Okay, so there's some good news and some bad news, if we want to say, and but a lot of that is how we're thinking. What our perspective is. So I was reflecting recently on the fact that years and years ago, I mean like 40 years, and I wasn't a baby when I was having these thoughts. It was a grown woman. But I think it was about 40 years ago. I was still living in New York. I was in Prospect Park in Brooklyn, my oasis next door to the Botanical Garden. And I'm sitting there with my journal and the beautiful day and the trees and the breeze. And I noticed this boy trying with all his might to get on his bicycle. And his little feet was going to the right and the left and up. I mean, it kept slipping off, and there were dogs barking in the distance. And so he was trying to make his getaway. But, there's this expression, feet don't fail me now, years ago. His feet were failing him. Or, really, he was failing his feet because he was so distressed. So, momentarily, the dogs arrive and the dogs depart, and the boy is no longer in danger. And now he calmly puts his foot on the pedal and rides away. And I never forgot that, because that to me was a lesson in what happens when you panic, right? So we are having, for sure, a collective thing going on. And it's distressing in appearances. It's distressing. But those are appearances, okay? And we're all creating. It's almost like we're all these projectors, and we're projecting life out together. And we're going, oh shit, do you see that? Oops. Oh shucks, do you see that? And oh my God, do you see that? And and we're making up this picture. And oh, if we would think about it, we are talking about the future. It's not here. And so as we're talking together and agreeing about what we disagree about and disagreeing about how to, we're just thinking. We're thinking. We're using our thoughts. We're creating. Now, and we some of us say you create your own reality. You may or may not buy into that and want to work with that, because it's not something you can just adapt, and have it be. It's something you really have to work with. So that when reality is facing you, you have a way, you can see how the way you think about it sort of contours it. And it contours where you are when things are going on, And so in bad times, some people do good, okay? And in good times, some people do bad. So it's really a lot about the way that we are thinking about it. So to me, that story about the boy on his bike is perfect for this new moon in Sagittarius, where Sagittarius is a fire sign. And fire is about energy and force and enthusiasm, and it's fuel, okay? And Jupiter is about expansion, and it's about philosophy meaning our belief system and religion and law and all of that, fall under this Sagittarius thing. And again, we still have Saturn, the taskmaster, teacher, um, mastery energy in Sagittarius. So that's some of why we feel a bummer, the Saturn, okay? Why we don't feel the optimism that we should. And some of us who maybe felt optimistic a short time ago are thinking, oh, I was wrong. Look, I didn't expect this. This is bad. So I want to tell you that the new moon is squaring Neptune. Neptune is in a water sign, so we have fire and water. Okay, if the water is putting out the fire, not a good thing. Okay, but the fire can boil the water and cooks a nice meal, so it's about getting that relationship right. But with it being a square, meaning that we have to reconcile the energy. The feeling good is not going to be automatic. It's easier to feel blue. I felt blue myself this very morning, and I had to think, okay, um, what do I do about it? Do I just let it go, or do I find a way to change my feeling? Because I knew that my feeling was really, letting me know that I was not in alignment, that whatever was going on, um, it wasn't making me feel good. So I really just decided to change. And one of the best ways I know to do that is put on some music. I put on Boogie Shoes by KC and the Sunshine Band. And I got up and I danced, and I played, let the next 2 or 3 songs play. And by after that, I felt better. Now, because now I got to do this taping, right? So I don't want to be blue, I don't want to be drippy. I don't want to suddenly be talking negative. So it's worth it, for me to change my mood and have a good day. So that's what I'm saying. Yes, the sun is squaring Neptune. Yes, it's very likely to be disillusioned, confused, in doubt, in fear, or whatever. But that too will pass. Okay? And if you manage that energy, then you have the strength that comes with that. You get the payoff. Okay? So, in closing, I want to suggest for practice or for our practicum that you notice your thoughts. And if you notice your thoughts and your feelings. If you feel good, just carry on. But if you don't, if you're feeling fear, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Because sometimes our thinking goes on down here and we don't even really know what it is. And it's maybe more emotional by then. So it's the Neptune square side of things. So notice how you're thinking. And then reach for more empowering thoughts. You can start with a statement, but you need to build on that statement, I find. I find that just an affirmation, maybe it was good yesterday and it's not so good today or whatever, but it's a matter of the series of thoughts, the flow of thoughts, the water of thoughts, because flow has a lot to do with water. Okay, so look at how you're thinking and see if you can switch up a little bit, and think thoughts that will make you feel better. So if you say, "Oh God, we're messed up," then your feeling is gonna follow that. Okay, so if thinking's all you got, why think the worst? If your feelings and your thoughts are weak, you will not be able to pedal, paddle, drive, or fly out of danger should it be there. Fear is not preparedness. Okay? Really, some people will say it's unrealistic, but optimism is more preparedness, especially if you can feel it in your body. And that's our task at this square, to feel it in our body. And when you feel good in your body, you can carry on. Okay? Carry on.